to Father Patrick Antonyraj.
Mike, sir.
Vanakkam, Namaste, Ayubavan, Bohumustuti. Good morning, dearest young people, dear Salesians, sisters, and members of the Salesian family. I am extremely honored and privileged to be with you on this day. And to begin with, I would like to bring you greetings and wishes from Father Stefano Martolio, the Vicar of the Rector Major, presently the Rector Major. And before coming, he gave his best of regards to all of you. And he added one thing. What was it? He said, you tell them, these young people, you don't belong to South Asia alone. You don't belong to your province alone. You belong to a larger family called Salesian family, which is present in 137 countries. Therefore, dear friends, this is the first assurance from the Vicar of the Rector Major, the acting Rector Major of the congregation. It's true. It's not just for sake of encouraging you, because any young person from any part of the world is part of the Salesian family. You have friends in Tokyo, you have friends in California, you have friends in San Paulo, you have friends in East Timor. Therefore, when you enter into this, these days of formation, these days of encounter, keep in mind, I belong to a larger family, the larger family called Salesian family. And these days in which we are gathered together has got a specific significance. We stand at the conclusion of the year dedicated for the 200 years of the remarkable dream of Don Bosco. We'll come back to it later. And just a week ago, the Holy Catholic Church began the Jubilee year from 24th December this year till 6th January 2026. And this year also, we are getting into next year, 2025, which marks the 150th anniversary of the first missionary expedition that took place in 1875. These three moments are not by accident, by divine providence, they are together. These three moments, three significant events, give us something very deep that we need to keep in mind throughout these days of staying together, in these days of learning together. What are they? What is my dream? What I should hope for?
How to be a missionary. You should ask yourself, and what should I hope for? And how I can be a missionary. Dear young people, at the outset, I thank each and every one of you. If I have time, I will mention all your names for your presence and participation in this beautiful movement. Because according to me, I am convinced we are not the VIPs. We are not the chief guest. You are the real VIPs and you are the real chief guest. Don't forget it. You are the center of all these 3 days. Because in other parts of the world, young people of your age, they will be, especially in Rome, where I come from, they will be roaming with their friends and fiancé. In other parts of India, young people of your age, they will be in pubs and theaters, entertaining themselves, enjoying. In other parts of the areas where you come from, they'll be doing other activities. Instead, you are here, so silent, remarkable, so listening, to reflect, to share, to be agents of hope, and to be pilgrims of hope, and to be agents of change. And I extend my heartfelt gratitude and congratulations to the organizing team, right from the national delegate, Father Patrick Lepsher, the local provincial host, Father Don Bosco, the vice provincial, the council, Father John Christie, the youth minister delegate, and the Salesian community of this Sacred Heart. Dear friends, I am not going to take you much time. I'm not going to bore you. And young people are going to share their experience, which is the height of the sharing. What I'm going to say, you keep it at the back of your mind. Now, I am going to have a simple quiz for you. Are you ready? I am going to project two photos. Just look at it and guess their names, who are they, and where are they now? Both. Okay? Any guess? The first one, the young boy? No idea. The young girl? Okay, no idea. Okay, next slide. Now, dear friends, if I had placed Shah Rukh Khan immediately, you would have all jumped. If I had placed A.R. Rahman photo, certainly you would have all jumped out of joy. These two young people in these years really surprised me, really inspired me, really put me into a big question. The first one is Akash Bashir, just 21 years old. He was past pupil of Don Bosco Technical School in Lahore, and after completing, and he went back, and in that moment, 2015, he was a volunteer security for a local parish church. And that time, a suicide bomber was trying to enter the church. And he stopped him. And he knew that stopping him, he has to sacrifice his life. And he struggled and stopped the suicide bomber and saved 800 faithful who were participating mass in that parish. And the next one is called Snowlin. 2018, when the church started celebrating the synod on young people, Tuticorin. Certainly, Tamil Nadu young people should have known her. It's pity that we do not know the real heroes. We really come to know only the screen heroes. Unfortunate situation of our country. Snowlin, 17 years, just wrote the 12th standard, waiting for the result. Meanwhile, in that area, Tuticorin, there was a big protest against Sterlite company, copper company, because of ecological crisis and the health issues they were creating. There was a people's movement, and they were fasting for 100 days. To mark the 100th day, there was a rally towards the collector's office. And there was something happened, fire, 13 people were killed, and she was the youngest. And before going, her mother told, "My girl, don't go, you are too young." Do you know what she said? "Mother, if I don't go, who will go?" And going towards that rally, he conversed with her friend and said, "We have to fight for our generation and for the future generation." And today, dear young people, these two young people challenge you. They also had dreams like you, to earn, to get settled, to get married, to have a cozy life, having iPhone to the maximum, everything. But what made them to sacrifice life? What made them to offer themselves in a situation that demanded the totality of self-sacrifice? You must question yourself. According to me, Snowlin was part of a movement called anti-sterilite movement. Pope Francis beautifully says, "Dear young people, to you, unless you are in a journey, unless you are in a movement, you cannot make any change." And she was in a movement, and she offered herself. Till today, from her death, the Sterlite company is closed. And they go for all the appeal in the court and still remain closed. Their dream of closing the company was successful because of a sacrifice. And Akash Bashir, big change. Today, his cause for martyrdom was accepted, and he's going to be a martyr saint soon or later. And the process will be faster. So, dear young people, these type of young people are going to inspire you. And you need to look for them. There are so many among you. There are so many even in your places. And with these two big examples, I proceed towards what our identity, what our nature of SYM. And remember, you are not here as members of one association called Salesian Association, called Don Bosco Association. No, you are not here as members of clubs, sports club, or any other club you can imagine. And you are not here as frontline cadres of political parties. Every political party has got a youth wing, and you are not here as followers of a religious movement, a spiritual awakening. Dear friends, you are here just because you are part of Salesian youth movement, nothing else. And if you forget this, certainly we are mistaken, we are on the wrong journey. And Charles Taylor, a Canadian philosopher, beautifully said, in order to have a sense of who we are, we have to have a notion of how we have become and of where we are going. Beautiful words. We should know how we have become to this stage, how we have come to the stage of organizing at the regional level such a vast number of young people. You should know. You should know the history. Those who do not know the history can never create history. Those who do not know the history. SYM as a beautiful history, we shall try to see it a little faster. Actually, in 1972, in Chile, the word Salesian movement, youth movement was born. You may ask, there was nothing movement called before? There were movements, but there was no terminology called Salesian youth movement. Therefore, 1972 is a remarkable year for us. And later, in 1988 was a big blessing for our Salesian youth movement. Only that year, marking the 100th death anniversary of Don Bosco, it was launched at the congregation level. So, what happened? Each region, each nation started building SYM, for example, Philippines. Italy, for example, MGS Italy, Movimento Juvenile Salesiano. Spain, for example, MJS, Movimento Juvenil Salesianos. So each country, each region started gathering together. So the vitality, the vibrance came after 1988. Then 2004, in fact, Salesian Youth Movement was accepted by the Pontifical Council for the Laity. And next, 2020, regional SYM coordination started all over the congregation. And 2021, World SYM Council, World SYM Forum. So a short history. The later you can read from the article that I have written. So we have traveled through this. Now, in this moment, till 2024, two great moments we need to keep in mind. One, 2015, marking the 200 years of birth of Don Bosco, SYM Don Bosco was organized at Colle Don Bosco. Around 6,000 young people from all over the world participated. You can ask your seniors whether they had participated. The second one is a beautiful one, just completed, Salesian Youth Synod in 2024, to mark the 200th year of the remarkable dream of Don Bosco. Now, these are not just coming together. These are not just making an event as successful. No, they are making impact. They are making ripples of transformation in the life of young people. You will not believe what I say. Now they are going to tell you the experience of Youth Synod, and we shall listen to them and we'll come back. I invite Leander. You want to make?
Check. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so my name is Leander Pereira. I come from INB, that is the province of Bombay, Mumbai. Thank you, thank you. So while there are many experiences that I have brought back home, I've treasured it in my heart, I'd like to highlight two of them, two major important experience that I've taken back. One was working in particular with the core group. My good friend Noah was a part of it. I was working with him from India, from South Asia, along with other member representatives from other nations. And one of the major responsibility given to me was working for the grand celebration, the Mass, on August 16th, while it remains the birth anniversary of Don Bosco. It was also another great movement because the former Rector Major Cardinal Angel celebrated his last Mass as a Rector Major. Further on, he would take on the responsibilities as a cardinal. So it was a grand celebration. So this was a major responsibility, along with other priests and nuns who I worked with, to collaborate and work for this Mass. At start, it was very difficult to, because we had priests from different nations and language was a major challenge. Somehow I got motivated. We had some nuns who used to share, translate, and that's how we could take it up, take it forward. While the big day came, it was truly a grand celebration. If you have time, you can go on ANS Media and check out the grand celebration. We had flag bearers of 93 nations. We had the offertory procession led by African dancers. Not only the major languages, but we also incorporated the minor languages across the world in the Mass. Now, this gave me an opportunity to interact with the youth, across nations, to collaborate with them. And most importantly, I enjoyed this beautiful movement that came to life on August 16th. To add a cherry on top of the cake, while I had prepared the speech, the thank you note, the last thank you note for our former Rector Major, I was looking for someone who would read it. Later, I was told that I would be the one who would be reading it. And I'm truly blessed, I would say, to given this opportunity to read the final thank you note to the Rector Major. Another experience that I have not shared with any of my friends, and I'm sharing it today in front of you guys, is that while we were at Valdoco, the Basilica of Mary Help of Christians in Turin, we were given a tour of the museum where Don Bosco and his boys spent most of the time. Upon reaching the place, the room of Don Bosco, there was all his relics, the relics that he wore was preserved. Now these relics are preserved nearly for more than 200 years. So I could feel the weight of the relics, the weight the man bore, the weight that this man bore for the youth. The weight of these relics carried the importance of how much he loved the young, how much he loved him. One of the major things that I took back from this is that someday, if you guys, I pray and I hope that you may get a chance to visit Valdoco in the name of Don Bosco, and those who have visited, may you once again get the chance of visiting back again, to walk on the field of dreams, to walk on the field where the dreamer once walked, to walk on the field of dreams where the dream still lives on, and we all are the present, we all are the future of that very dream. I'd like to conclude with a small note that Father Jobeth Vivo used to say every day. He used to give us a tagline during the synod, and one major tagline that I brought back was, enjoy your dream. You know, in the hustle and bustle of our lives, we often tend to forget the excitement, the enjoyment that we have within our hardships, within our struggles. We just carry on with our lives. So a small note to take back, let us enjoy our dream while working towards its fulfillment. I thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to you, and I pray and I hope that in the name of Don Bosco and our Salesian youth movement may live long. Thank you so much.
Okay, am I audible for the ones? Everybody, can you all hear me? Can I get a yes? Okay, thank you. Like my friend Leander already shared, we were both part of the organizing committee. So our point of view and our perspective is more in the way of the organizing committee, okay? And later on, you will get a perspective of the participants, that is, Tasho will be sharing. So, let's to start with Father Jobert, like Father Jobert had asked actually right at the beginning when we had started our preparations, Noah, will you be a part of the organizing team? So I was little scared, little worried, because knowing it would be an international event, knowing that it would be something very huge, I was scared. But only one thought came to my mind was Mother Mary. Like how she said yes, I also said a big yes to Father Jobert, and the rest was a total life-changing experience. So at first, we definitely had a lot of struggles, saying, like Leander already mentioned, we were from different countries coming together as a team to organize the event for all the other participants who are coming. So it was a challenge. So it was a very big challenge, no doubt, because we had language, first of all, as the barrier, and it was very difficult for us to come together to actually execute what we planned. So the whole thing was we had a lot of online meetings, a lot of communication on WhatsApp, on whatever social media platform that we could, and that's how we did the plan. Okay, is this better? Can you all hear me now? Okay, so like I said, we did a lot of planning, and finally all the pictures and all the pieces of the puzzle came together in August when we reached to Italy to actually execute the plan. And okay, is this better now? Okay. So, like I said, a lot of difficulties. Yes, it's always a struggle. So, like coming back to my experience at the synod, everything when it came together, all the pieces of the planning, all the pieces of all the hard work that we put into the different aspects that we saw, it all happened when we reached to Turin. And when we reached there, the rest was a different, game-changing, a life-changing experience. Like one thing I would really cherish and I took back from the synod was the Rector Major Forum, where I had the opportunity to sit alongside our Rector Major, that is now Cardinal, Father Angel. So we had the opportunity to ask him questions, and he listened to us and also replied to us. So on behalf of the entire South Asia region, that is our India province, I got an opportunity to ask a question to Rector Major, which he did answer very beautifully. And a very personal experience that happened for me during the synod was during confessions. At first, I was really reluctant because as volunteers, we did not have time because our schedule was very tight. The schedule was put in place for the confessions for the participants only. But somehow God's grace, God's blessings, a priest was ready to adjust his schedule just so that he could make 5-10 minutes for me to do my confession. So that was something which changed my entire life because I was holding to a particular sin which I couldn't really get away from or couldn't really leave it. But at that point, at that particular confession, Father really helped me to let and shed it off and leave it behind. So what the positives that I took from the synod, this was something that I left behind, and I'm very happy that God gave me that opportunity of healing. Okay, then the next experience that I would share is during the group discussions. Like we had this major group discussion, so all countries coming together, which was a humbling experience for us. Why? Because everybody shared There are thousands of problems, thousands of issues, but yes, we all tried to make the best out of what we had. So I just listened, and the amount of sharing, the amount of seriousness, the amount of work is being done is totally something that we need to take back, is that even if we have little, or even if we are fighting wars, or even if there are problems within countries, but they are still ready to do God's work and to spread His message. And that's something that I want to leave with all of you, is that a dream that I got during the synod was a seed that was planted within me to become a saint. And I want this same seed to be planted in each one of y'all, because all of us, right from our baptism, are called to be saints. And if that seed was planted in me in the synod, I want the same seed to be planted in you at the SYM Fest 24-25. Thank you.
I hope you all can see me, right? It's okay, it's okay. Okay. So, hi everyone. My name is Natasha Kisku, okay? So, if you don't, I know it's long and it's difficult, right? You can call me just TNK, that's fine. TNK, right? So, as Nova and Leander said, I have been very grateful to be a part of the participating team for the Youth Synod. And when I got the first call, right, when I got the first call to attend the Synod, I was joyous. I was overwhelmed for it because I had never been to an international trip. So it was my first flight and my first international trip, okay? Talking about the synodal journey, starting with, we went first to Valdoko, okay? College Don Bosco, then Becky. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a bit nervous, okay? I hope you can understand, right? Please. Okay. What to say? Okay, I'm nervous and I hope you all can understand me, please. I'm sorry. Oh. Thank you for the loud cheer. Okay. So, Synod was held in Italy, and my first opportunity to meet different youths from different countries, okay? And by God's grace, we were divided into groups, right? We were divided into small groups, and fortunately, I was appointed as the moderator of my group, like a leader, okay? And
It's all young people. Everybody can come inside. And you go little inside, formation in groups. People who study with us. People who are formed in faith. People who are formed in different groups. They come under the, and the core one, inner circle is the young animators. They're the real nucleus. So, in this way, we need to keep in mind our identity. Then we move on to our visibility. Now, Salesian Youth Movement has to be visible. Now, this visibility in 4 ways. One, coordination teams have to be vibrant and active. So we have coordination teams in various levels. At the international level, at the regional level, at the province level, and at the local level. When you say coordination team, it's not like any other association, like any other trust, or like any other clubs. No, it is only coordinating, no rigid structure, no bylaws, very hard to practice. A simple group that takes forward, that proposes, that accompanies various groups in that place. Therefore, the coordination team makes our SYM visible. The second one, the community participation in various church gatherings. And certainly many of you are from Catholic background. In your dioceses, there will be groups, there will be programs, there will be events organized by the local church. Do not forget to participate. And participate in the name of Salesian Youth Movement. Have a badge, have a banner, have a t-shirt. Tell them that we represent Salesian Youth Movement in the local churches. The third visibility is meaningful representation in civil institutions. Certainly, different NGOs will be organizing. There, you go and participate and contribute. It is very important. And fourth one, the powerful moments that we need to offer as SYM. And as I said, 2015 was one of the powerful moments for the whole congregation. 2024, they shared. And it is up to you to create this powerful moment. It could be a feast of Don Bosco, for example, 2022, I think. And we had 400 year of death of Francis of Sales. All over the world, we celebrated that death anniversary. 2021, when Myanmar was in crisis, whole SYM all over the world, they started praying for Myanmar. So some powerful moments each province has to create, each region leads has to create in order to make the visibility very concrete. And dear friends, we are at the conclusion of the Dream of Don Bosco. Before that, this is a little structure. The World Council is there, the regional SYM leads there, province SYM leads, and local SYM leads. These 4 things are structure of coordination with regard to SYM. Now, just to conclude, we are coming to the conclusion. This year, we have celebrated 200 years of the remarkable dream of Don Bosco. All of you know, everybody would have spoken in your province. Now, just I would like to underline 3 things. When did Don Bosco have this dream? At the age of 9. While was he sleeping or was he working? When was he sleeping? At night. Now, sleeping at night peacefully in a disciplined manner is the secret of having a dream. Today, young people, unfortunately, we don't sleep fully. Okay? Isn't it? So, very important. Sleeping at night also is a sign of trust in God's providence. God will look after it.
And Joseph also had it. So, sleeping. Don Bosco had this dream while he was asleep. Now, and in this dream, certainly, he was trying to push it away. According to the advice of the grandmother, pay no attention to dreams. But Don Bosco himself says in his autobiography that the dream came one after another. Same thing, repeated. The dream chased him. The dream chased him. And not only one type of dream, for example, 1824 a dream, 1842, 1844, 1872. These dreams are connected to the first dream at the age of 9. What does it convey? In the first dream of 1824, wolves becoming lambs. And in the dream of 1844, lambs becoming shepherds. And in the dream of 1872, shepherds becoming missionaries. And
A real dream of Don Bosco will have 3 dimensions. It is not enough to become good, like wolves becoming lambs. No, that means you have not understood the dream. The lambs should become shepherds, leaders, and the shepherds should become missionaries. So, being a missionary is part and parcel of Salesian Youth Movement. It is going beyond our borders. It is coming out of our comfort zones. It is embracing the whole world. Dear young people, miracles happen in the missionary activities. Therefore, each and every one of you is a missionary. Just give you an example. Years ago, I was in South Africa for a meeting. I met a Salesian there. Now, he was from Canada. He was a missionary. And how did he get the vocation to be a Salesian? He was working in a big company. And how did he get the desire to work in South Africa? You know that in Canada, they had a proposal of volunteering, missionary volunteering, going to the third world or poor countries for an experience. This man left a job for 1 year and comes to South Africa. He works among the poor, he works among the street children, and that touches him, and he volunteers to work there as a Salesian. A missionary dimension will keep SYM as radical, as original in the dream of Don Bosco. Now, what is your dream? Important question. I told you 3 questions. What is my dream? What I should go for? How to be a missionary? Years ago, I asked a young person, what is your dream? And immediately said, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I said, it looks like a cell phone number, isn't it? But only 5 numbers. What is it? 5-digit salary, 4-wheeler, 3-room flat, 2 children, and 1 wife. I said, what a shameful dream. It's not it's a shameful and selfish dream. Some of you may be thinking, please, dear young people, Don Bosco, he was poor. He was semi-orphan. He couldn't study. The dream made you and I to be here. Now, what is the dream of young people for the church, for the society? Here we have 2 young people to share with us, and after that, I shall give you a concluding perspectives and conclude this session. I welcome them, and let us give them a round of applause as they share.
Okay, hello everybody. Hello everybody. Now that's my dream. A church that is vibrant, energetic, and young as y'all. Hello everybody, I'm Griselle, and I'm from the Panjim province, which is right at the back. Okay, good job. Griselle is proud. Okay, so I'm here to talk to you about my dream for the church. I want my church to be as energetic as you right now. The way y'all screamed, the way y'all shouted, the way y'all welcomed me with claps. I want my church to be like that. Whenever a youngster or anyone for that matter meets you, again, the definition of church. We are often told that the church is not structure. Okay? The church is not the structure, but it is made by us. We, the people, are the church. The U in church stands for us. But my church should also be a church wherein the U stands for unity and a U that stands for uniqueness. Why do I say this? Today we see a lot of churches being destroyed, a lot of youngsters being shunned. Suppose a youngster has committed a mistake, or anything for that matter, even an adult for that matter. We often tend to ignore that person. Even in our local youth groups, sometimes we don't want to join because the other person is there. So, but let's ask this one question. Would Jesus do the same thing? Would Jesus do the same thing? Would Jesus do the same thing? Are you sure? Okay. The no wasn't that loud, but anyway, I personally believe that Jesus wouldn't do the same thing because he told Zacchaeus, I'm coming for dinner at your place. Be ready for me. So we should be like that. Do you all believe in miracles? Are you sure? Do you believe in miracles? Okay, so a simple miracle for me would be if one of us, or all of us for that matter, catch hold of that youngster who has faltered and bring them back on the right path. Because I strongly believe that if each one of us gets someone on the right path, that's also a way where we can show and represent the church. Also, for that matter, another dream I have for the church is for us to not fear our identity. As Father has mentioned already, we shouldn't be shy or insecure about our identity. We should be proud and we should say, okay, I'm a Christian, or even for check, can you hear me? Okay, even for that matter, say that, yes, I am a Christian, or from whichever religion you belong to, and also staying or representing communal harmony, respect. Respect is one of the major aspects that I feel is important. So finally, to conclude, I would also like to share a dream for myself. A dream for myself would be, as Father has shared, the dream of the youngster, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But apart from that, I wish for me to at least get one person closer to God, or for one person who has gone away or who needs that helping hand to guide him or her on the right path. So that okay, so that's my dream. A church filled with love, a church that is unique, and a church that is welcoming and vibrant as y'all. So thank you everybody, that's me.
Hello everyone, I'm Audrina Sinkley from Shillong province. I stand here to give a 4-minute presentation on the dream for myself, the dream for the church, the dream for the society, and the Celestial Youth Movement as a whole. By profession, I am an assistant professor, and as an assistant professor, my dream is that to serve my students to the best of my ability, not just by teaching, but by fostering an environment of growth, humility, openness. I strive to be not only a guide in their academic journey, but also to grow alongside them. More than anything, my biggest aspiration is to follow Jesus, to know Jesus, to continually seek Him, and to be more of Him and less of me. I aim to reflect Christ's love, grace, and humility, inspiring others to seek transformation from within and to live their life with purpose. For the Catholic Church, my dream is that the Catholic Church will remain as a beacon of hope, unity, and love in a world that often feels divided. I dream of a church where the voices of the young are heard, where the elderly, the poor, and the marginalized are treated with dignity and love. I also hope that the church can play a leading role in spreading peace, addressing social injustice, and healing division. For society at large, my dream is a world where peace, justice, and harmony prevail. A world where the dignity of every human being is respected, and where social and environmental issues are addressed with urgency and compassion. I hope a future where poverty, discriminations and violence no longer have a place in our communities, and where all people are given the opportunities to flourish and continue to the common good. Finally, my dream for the Celestian Youth Movement, I hope that it continue to be a source of inspiration, guidance and support for young people like us. I dream that it will continue to form leaders, and where all the youth will find their dreams and inspiration through this movement. In conclusion, I would like to say my dreams are very simple yet very profound. That is to be a good person, where I can contribute to the society, to the church, and to the Celestian Youth Movement as a whole. Thank you for this opportunity, for sharing my dreams. I hope we can work together. Thank you.
Certainly very profound and fantastic dreams. I hope you are also inspired to carry forward these dreams. Dear young people, just I would like to conclude. We'll circulate the text, you can read it afterwards. Just for the future, as SYM, you need to deepen the nature, the identity of the city. When you go back, kindly try to learn more and deepen this, and guarantee the formation process that promotes in the members a path of educative Christian human growth. Each group should have an educative itinerary, an educative plan for the formation of each members, and promotion of sharing, networking, collaboration between groups and associations. Don't be satisfied with all that you do as a group. Try to extend yourself and share, network. Today, no more positive thinking, more positive linking. Therefore, SYM will facilitate. And finally, continue your commitment to all young people, especially the poorest, those who are in the margins of the society. So with this, I wish you all a very fruitful and meaningful days ahead. Now, before we go for next program, I invite all the young people to come forward, and we are going to garland them. A big round of applause, please.
Dear friends, now we would like to give you a taste of Tamil Nadu. The most popular art form, folk art form, is Parayattam. And one Salesian who can play the Parai is Patrick. He will give the introduction.
Okay, we have in our midst one of the best groups for this dance. It is called Parayattam. The group is called Buddha. Wait, I can understand. introductions. Just 1 minute. I will not. Till I finish the introduction, they will not start. Okay. Wait. Few years back, seeing this dance on the stage, unimaginable. Today, this dance has become inevitable in all the programs of this country. It is called Parayata. When Jesus, before ascending to heaven, he sent the disciples. In Tamil, they said, Ulagengum sendru parai saatrangal. Parai is part of evangelization, proclaiming kingdom of God to all the corners is possible, and it is a call for us. And this is going to give you a message. Whatever you learn, whatever you're going to listen, don't keep it for yourself and spread it. This music can be heard very long distance so that it can create ripples. So in your name, another big round of applause to this great Buddha, the first Buddha Kalakuru, the first revolutionary in the history of India. Yes, we can start. Come on.
Kindly switch on the mic, cordless mic, audio system.
Hello, check, 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 check. பறை 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 விரயம் என்ற சொல் கூட விரயமில்லை, விரயமாக்காதே என்பதற்கு அர்த்தம். உலகில் எதுவும் விரயமில்லை என்கின்ற உண்மையின் வெளிப்பாடுதான் பறை. விலங்குகளை மனிதன் வெற்றி கொண்டான் என்னும் வீரத்தின் அடையாளம் பறை. எமது பறையொலி துக்கத்திற்கானதல்ல, கொண்டாட்டத்திற்கானது. எமது பறை முழக்கம் சாமிகள் ஆடுவதற்கல்ல, ஆதிக்கம் ஆட்டம் காண்பதற்கு. ஓங்கி அடிப்பதில் கிழியட்டும் பறைகள் அல்ல, பாகுபாட்டியம்.
Padi, 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 padi. Padi, 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 padi. Dear friends, please stay. அப்படியே இருங்க. Dear friends, it is our time to thank and honor. Dear friends, please be seated. Please be seated for a minute. I know that you're all excited. Kindly keep, தயவு செய்து அனைவரும் அமைதியாக அமரவும். ஒரு நிமிடம் நம்முடைய இந்த சிறந்த கலைஞர்களுக்கு நாம் நன்றி சொல்லுகின்ற வேளை. Please be silent. Okay. I'm sure you enjoyed this beautiful performance of Buddhar Kalaikuri. Yes or no? Okay. Now, I invite Father Patrick Lepcha and Father Patrick Antonyraj to honor our the trainers and mentors and activists and the great finest Paraisai of Tamil Nadu, Buddhar Kalaikuri Manimaran sir and Magirni Manimaran. May I invite Father Vice Provincial to give them a gift. Father John Alexander, who will give them a gift.
Thank you, dear friends.
Okay, so now, before we go for a short break, because 11:30 we have to be back, we have got everything going on well. Two announcements, there are two, there is a, centers are there outside. They are like, help centers. One is a Nirai Vagam counseling centers, counseling center, manned by one father and two lay persons. If you want to have any counseling, if you want to talk to personally, you can go to that Nirai Vagam, I think left side of the hall, all right? Counseling center. You can talk to any problem that you have. Maybe this morning we said about social media. If you have some kind of addiction, you can go and approach them. Another one is a Don Bosco for migrants. If you can approach that center. Father Francis Bosco is there. If you're studying from, let us say, Northeast in Tamil Nadu or anywhere, you can register and you can get a lot of help for your own safety, security, and helpfulness. So there are two, let us say, cubicles are there, if I'm saying, all right? One for counseling, another for migrant desk, all right. So 15 minutes break, we're short break, and 11:30 we begin the next one. Have a nice break. Please go for your break. Bosco, Bosco, Bosco! Okay, have a nice Don Bosco break. Thank you.